Hi, I have an announcement. I, unfortunately, am a VTuber. I know. I want to begin by apologizing for not having informed you all sooner. I am sorry I conformed to the dark side and indulged in my fantasies of being a big boobad anime girl on the internet. Okay, but in my defense, I'm not the only one who is a VTuber. In fact, there's a lot of us. Like, a lot. A normie might ask themselves how this happened. How has the internet been overtaken by talking 2D anime waifus? Where did it all go wrong? And that, of course, is the result of one being. A being that completely transformed and created the genre of VTubing. That being Annoying Orange, the grandfather of all things VTuber. Thank you, kind sir, for guiding my fellow 2D talking anime besties to a brighter side. Oh, and I guess Kizuna Ai. Kizuna Ai, a Japanese virtual YouTuber, began her activities online, debuting in 2016, and is the individual who is often associated to being the first VTuber. Of course, everyone has their own perspective on who might have been the true first, but in a general sense, the VTuber community praises Kizuna Ai for her individuality and cultivation of the genre, beginning as a vlogger and later developing to what we commonly see today from VTubers: gaming videos, Q&As, karaoke's, live streams, etc. Kizuna Ai would pave the path of the future modern virtual YouTuber scene. Because of this impact she had on the entertainment industry, of course, animation studio Wit Studio would take advantage of this by creating the show Kizuna no Alel. Mind you, the same studio that brought to you massive titles such as Attack on Titan, Spy Family, Vinland Saga, Ranking of Kings, and so much more. What could go wrong? Everything. Absolutely everything could go wrong, according to reviews at least. So who better than me, a degenerate VTuber, to watch Kizuna no Alel and break down what exactly went wrong, if anything, for a show that had so much potential, derived from such a huge influencer in the VTubing community. Ladies, gentlemen, he, she's, gays, and theys, I bring to you Kizuna no Alel. So, I feel like I should start off by bringing up the intro. There's a huge wave of people instantly dismissing the show because of the intro being 3D. I personally have 3 points. First of all, this is just for a few minutes. The actual show is traditionally animated in 2D style, except for just a very few small portions, which we'll get to in a second, don't worry. Second, Kizuna Ai is 3D. This is her model. This section is an homage to the real influencer, utilizing what looks to be her real model. I like this. The animation isn't fantastical by any metric, but is reminiscent of her actual style. Stop hating so much on this. It's literally the first few minutes of the entire show. You can even skip it if you really want to. Finally, hot take here, but I think 3D animation in anime gets way too much hate. Yeah, sometimes, most of the time, it looks like hot doo-doo. Yes, I personally prefer 2D animation in anime. Always. However, it is a stylistic choice and can look nice if done properly, which is difficult to do. Chainsaw Man and Beastars' usage of 3D looks pretty good. I think we're just very used to the traditional style of anime animation. And there's nothing wrong with having a preference by any means. I just don't think people should be so quick to be outraged by it. And no, I'm not just saying that because my parent company is a 3D animation studio, okay? Maybe Stack will finally give me a 3D model now. Anyways, intro aside, let's check out the first episode, shall we? It begins with us being introduced to our star, announcing she is about to go on stage at an awards ceremony. We get a little song, followed by the character of Miracle being introduced. Miracle is displayed as an aspiring VTuber, dreaming of making it big, just like I before her disappearance. Something a bit odd about this show is that it chooses to make the VTuber look the exact same as their actual self. Like, the model looks the same as their real life being. Rainbow magical hair and all. I guess this could be seen as an artistic choice and that people are their most authentic self as their VTuber, and them being shown one and the same is done to further this. But honestly, I would have liked it more if in their real life they were all just boring-looking, natural hair-colored girls, and that their VTuber persona brings out their unique qualities, no longer limited by their traditionally mundane looks. Okay, correction, Miracle states she's not good at designing, so just chose to make her VTuber look exactly like herself. I don't know what the purpose of being a VTuber is at that point, but alright, at least we got an explanation. But anyways, we get the OP, pretty generic. From first glance, I can already tell the story will be about the friendship of the main girls as they follow their dreams of stardom. As a Corpo VTuber, friends with my Corpo mates as we follow our dreams of stardom. I'm a complete sucker for these types of shows. I love just wholesome friendship shows. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm still gonna remain as unbiased as possible in this review, though, even though, like, they just like me for real. However, like, they can still be just like me for real, but make the show good, you know what I mean? So, it's a little bit disappointing on that front. I just relate to the idea, I guess. After the OP, we're introduced to the setting of the show, a school called Maeden that Miracle attends with the purpose of training its students to become virtual entertainers. Upon arriving at the school, pretty much immediately, Miracle is introduced to a romantic interest? To be honest, this really caught me off guard, and I kind of wish they just focused on her grind for her dreams rather than immediately incorporating a stupid stinky boy into the mix. I mean, VTubers are kind of like shunned against dating anyway, so like, I don't know, I just feel like this is a weird addition to the show. He's a pretentious dick though, so I kind of like him. Shut up. This is where the show starts to become a not VTuber show. It's essentially like the movie Belle, where they become like avatars in a virtual world. I must say though, I do like the different avatars and that they're not all cookie cutter like human designs. I mean, hell, we got plain VTubers in real life. So this is where the school's classes take place, in this virtual world space. Honestly, yeah, I'm cringing a little bit at the here's how to connect with your audience bit. That's my job, buddy. Sit down, okay? Anyways, we're introduced to the primary mystery of the show. As stated earlier, Kizuna Ai has gone missing, seemingly replaced by the new talent Ada. Miracle, in an attempt to stop the slandering of her oshi, speaks up, alerting the professor of her presence and instructing her to perform for the class. We get another song, animated in 3D. 3D aside, I don't know if this was intentional because Miracle is still learning, but holy, that was the most awkward thing I have ever had to watch. What is she doing with her hands, bro? The stagnant background is also just really odd and off-putting. She looks extremely stiff and awkward, and if you don't like this song, that sucks because we will watch this performance done a total of 4 times in 2 episodes. And the fade to black literally felt like a video game cutscene. Like, what was that? The fellow students, of course, think she's a god or something after that performance and praise her. Apparently, a famous VTuber, Noelle, also viewed Miracle's performance, somehow giving Miracle the idea to ask for a collab. This part makes me feel really icky because Miracle's literal first and immediate thought is, this girl is very famous. If we collab, I can get her clout and get lots of subscribers. Or linkers as the show refers to them. Luckily, the VTuber turns her down publicly. Good! I don't blame her. Miracle is literally a clout chaser wanting to use Noelle. I'm 100% on Noelle's side here. She owes you nothing, Queen. Just because she watched your performance, she does not have to collab with you, girl. Especially after that performance. Miracle goes off to sulk in solitude because of the collab decline and is greeted by a magical portal with a sleeping bean. That is how the first episode wraps up. Quickly go over what follows, and well, the portal brings out a mysterious girl named Chris with literally the personality of a wet towel. She's obsessed with Miracle randomly, and low-key feels like Yuri bait. Like, they randomly accidentally kiss. What's the point of that? Like, seriously, what? Like, it just happens, and then it's just over, and it's never brought up again. Like, what? Chris performs the same song as Miracle did in the first episode immediately, and with no practice is already better than Miracle. This begins their journey of working together. Clearly, the magical mystique of Chris has something to do with the missing of Kizuna eye. Since it's made so obvious, there isn't an interesting mystery, and Chris's part in the show is just boring and feels like a desperate attempt to add weight and mystery to the show. So let's review the voice acting. Standard. It's not bad, it's not amazing. I don't know, it's just slice of life voice acting, I don't know. The animation, pretty good. I like the character designs and vibrant colors. The 3D animation in the beginning, I really like. I thought it was good. The 3D animation in the middle of the episode, though, scared me. Dialogue, nothing riveting. Cliche, predictable. Music. The OP, ending, and 2 musical numbers were good. I didn't add any to any playlists or anything, but yeah, they were fine. I'd hoped an Idol-esque anime would have excellent music, but for the first episode, I don't have any complaints, I guess. Finally, the characters. Immediately, we're set up with Miracle's adoration? Immediately, we're set up with Miracle's adoration for her idol, Kizuna Ai, and given the knowledge that she wants to follow in those footsteps. Good motivations established. But at least for this first part, I wouldn't say anyone sticks out to me as especially special. You can pretty much tell their entire personality just by looking at them. Story. Well, it's an idol anime, not a VTubing anime to be honest. There's magic and strange choices from a narrative standpoint, but that aside, it's just a basic slice of life idol anime. Nothing game-changing, nothing world-ending. Again, this is all just the first episode, as I would for any show. That's a lie, I usually drop out after the first episode, but just for the sake of this video, I'll do the 3-episode rule. I watched the first 3, and yeah, pretty standard and predictable. There's a lot of influence from AI, artificial intelligence, later on, and even an entire lesson on the term NFT. And I find its presence in the show very strange, random, and off-putting. But I don't really want to have the AI NFT morality debate today, so since it isn't present in the first episode, I won't discuss it further. To be honest, I really don't think it's as awful as everyone is painting it out to be, although I think most viewers aren't accustomed to VTuber culture, and that most definitely contributes to the hate. It's strange. The plot summary is basically Miracle wants to become a successful virgin tuber like Kizuna Ai. I am a bit disappointed though, and I guess I would have liked the show to be more about what it actually is like to be a VTuber. We don't go to some fancy school with magic portals and all look like idols out of the womb. Fucking hair that's just been in my face this entire recording. I can't move it. A lot of us are pretty average. We go to school, work, and find time to stream when we can. I get that the show is an artistic approach, but I really think they could have taken advantage of the scene to make a sort of Oshi no Ko-esque show about the behind-the-scenes reality of the VTubing world. You can still incorporate the magic and even the school atmosphere. Just don't strip VTubing of its entire personality, you know what I mean? I know that's literally completely different from Kizuna no Alel and me just wanting a different narrative altogether, but I just really wish they went into that direction. It's literally just an idol slice of life anime smacked with the subtitle, oh yeah, they're VTubers, by the way. I understand that certain things need to be amplified to retain entertainment value and translate better for a general audience. I don't have an issue with that aspect. I don't know, I just feel like they could have really pushed and drove home the idea that this was a VTuber show. I often found myself forgetting and just thinking they were idols singing and dancing. VTubing is much more than that though, and a lot of us don't even sing anymore on the western side of VTubing, so I don't know. I guess in Japan VTubers are closer with idol culture than western VTubers, but still. I also kind of wish they took the opportunity to have some VTuber cameos, but just something I think would have been fun. Anyways, for a VTuber show, I give it a 3 out of 10. For an idol slice of life, I say 5 out of 10. Nothing offensive except maybe the NFT shilling. Just nothing special. I'm let down, but hopefully in the future we can see better representation for VTubing in the form of an anime. Anyways, let me know what you guys think down below. Thanks for watching, subscribe, or, link with me. And, until next time, have an epic day. And buy my NFTs. Otsu Eve. Special thank you to Maeve Lad channel members Iki, Red Alarm, and Master117.